Okay, the altered art doll process. And we're going to start with finding your doll. And here I have a Bratz baby style doll, which I like to use because they're easy to get out of the package. Because they have a larger area for painting, because they got these big heads and nice chubby little bodies. So the first thing you need to do is take your doll out and make sure that the head is on nice and firm, because a lot of times with these kind of dolls they're not firm, and then you would have to fix any piece that's going to fall off. So that's the beginning, and there's one of my little naked girls all ready to start the process. Okay, so the next part is going to be cleaning up any of these little edges here that have excess. So you're just going to cut it off, pull it off, and clean up all of the seams, because these dolls are not well made, which is one of the reasons I work with them, because I want to take something that's sort of garbage and make it into something I think is beautiful. So normally you've got seams here around the head, seams around all your joints that are going to need to be cleaned up and trimmed off. So I'm going to go and finish doing that, and I'll be back. Bye! Okay, here's another example of some of the kinds of problems you can end up with. These pieces hanging out. So you're just going to use your sharp knife, carefully remove anything that bugs you. Sometimes I clean them up really, really carefully, and sometimes I don't care as much, so I just sort of get the main bits off that are going to bother me, and the rest is fine. You could, if you wanted, shave. I don't know if you can see this section down here where there's a defect, and I would usually trim somewhat around the head here just to clean it up a bit. Just make sure there's nothing too sticking out, hey, look at this cheap doll and the way it's cheaply put together. We didn't bother to clean the seams. And of course with these dolls you can just pop things back into place. So don't worry if arms and legs fall off. It's going to happen. So one of the other problems with these dolls is you can end up with a doll that has a really loose head. So there's a couple ways you can fix it. You can try just jamming it further down, but I don't like that. You can use a hot glue gun, or I'm going to show you one more method that I would use to keep it on. This is the magic process for getting doll heads to stay on when you have a wobbly neck. And I've known people to do this on pull-ups and blyes that they were changing, swapping a body out on if the neck piece was too small. And sometimes this works, and sometimes it takes a certain amount of finesse, but your magic ingredient is just a regular elastic band. Eventually it's going to break down, because rubber will break down, but then again, so will the rubber of the doll. So you can worry about it or not, and then you're just going to put it right in, and then pull your neck out as you want. And you need to find a good tool for tucking and not in the drag queen way. And you're just going to tuck any of the extra up inside the neck. So you just keep doing this until it's all in there. I know this is the thrilling part to watch, so I'm going to turn off the video and you'll see when I'm done. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to try and stay further away from the camera now because everything's blurry. Her head is nice and firm. It's not like wobbling off. They all wobble a little bit, but it's not going to fall off or go over like this or something. And I have finished cleaning her up. As you can see, her seams are, fairly well cleaned up. And we're going to move on to our next process, which we have to go outside for, which is the magic ingredient, priming with a plastic primer. Because if you don't prime with a plastic primer, it's all going to peel off. All right. Bye.